it's Vergil. So in this one, I'm going to be going over all the best teams and equipments for the brand new Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And, right now I do believe, just off initial impressions, he is the #1 unit in the game. And this is not going to be like by a insane margin or anything, because I don't think he resets the game or he gaps the top characters by that much. However, his gauge, utility, last man standing, a lot of the things that he does feature on this card is just ridiculous at the current moment. He does have some of the best partners in the game to complement him as well. But I'm going to be showing you guys the, all the items that you want to be running with him. I have a couple of comps already set up for you guys to get you started if you did happen to pull him day 1 here. But, progressively throughout the week, you're going to see some new teams emerge. Just make sure to stay tapped into the channel so you don't miss out on any of the new team builds. But make sure to drop a like to the video. It's appreciated. Subscribe if you guys are new. And of course, let's dive in. We do have the first comp that I came up with here, which is going to be the Fusion Warrior / Sun Family setup. We do have both the Fusing Gogeta and the Gogeta 4 on this, with double Zenkai buffs on Gogeta Blue, and then of course the Zenkai buffer for Gogeta 4. Great thing with this combo, if you're running the two of them, you're most likely going to be running Gotenks bench, on any setup that you're running Gogeta Blue, because it's almost perfect. You're getting a Zenkai buffer, so all those base stats plus an HP bench, and then Super Vegeta, if you have him at 14 stars, getting another set of HP on that 14 star Z ability. But Ultimate Gohan, specifically, why have I chose him? He's not able to receive any Zenkai buffs on this setup. His utility, second to none right now as well. His prowess, I don't think he needs the Zenkai buffer, but obviously it would be really nice if he could. The thing with him is that he does cancel buffs, and I think that effect specifically in this meta is extremely powerful. He does have endurance. Everything else that you guys know that he does feature is going to be really good, just in general. So I did think this setup would be a nice touch, nice feature to kind of just give to you guys here. But yeah, like I said, double Zenkai buffs here. Gogeta 4 with a singular Zenkai buff. Equipment wise, we are running one of his new platinum items, giving us some defense, ult, special move, and some base strike attack. Definitely would recommend this. I think this is one of the better items for him. So it's Purple Fusion Warrior. This one right here is definitely a must farm for him. HP, ult damage, a lot of strike and special move damage. And then the new PvP equipment that dropped today as well. Pure strike, defense, HP, and strike defense. He does have access to a lot of other items, which I'm going to just show you guys before we even break down other teams and whatnot. Some other options that you could be thinking about is maybe this one, which is giving him health restore. He does have lots of opportunities to heal with his, I believe it's his gauge and other mechanics. I think he has a couple of methods of healing, but health restore is going to come in clutch. Defenses are definitely clutch because he's a bit squishy. That's one thing I did notice while running this character, is that even though he's able to fill up that gauge quickly and reset combos, kind of heal and all that stuff, he is still vulnerable to taking a lot of damage from yellow characters, or even potentially getting one shot. So he's not safe from RR, he's not safe from yellow characters. They did balance him out to a degree of him being, very glass cannon like. But yeah, a lot of strike, defense, health restore, and then that one's actually a solid pick if you want to run just a lot of strike attack. He is a melee offensive character. His blast stat is kind of low, I'm gonna be honest. There's the 20,000 stat difference right there. But other items, say if you're running them with the Goku and Bardock tag switch, for the indestructible, the rush protection, etc., this is going to be a main go-to right there. If you're running them, this equipment is easily going to apply here. So special move, pure offenses, base defenses, etc. If you have them on a blast specific fusion setup, which most likely you're not going to have them on there, this is just a blast peer that does apply to him. This one could be really nice in certain instances if you get the double strike stat here. So pure strike attack and HP. HP is going to be always nice. Any item that's featuring HP is going to be a equipment you want to definitely think about running, especially for the fact that we're running 2 strike characters. And then also he has a blast character. It'd be a solid if he was like defense or something else. I believe he gets extra stats for a different typing as well. If I do peep here, so for the double strike here, you're actually getting pure strike defense as well. If there was a defensive type battle member, say if you're running him alongside, I don't know, Bomku or another defensive character. This one right here could be really good. Base strike attack, defense, key recovery, and special move damage. Definitely a solid option. This one also released today. perplexing equipment because it's not a main option for me. I'm definitely on the more offensive side of things for items. If you want to, a lot of the items I do feature also hold defensive stats, but this one's giving pure defenses. The offensive stats are kind of low. I wish there were a little bit more than this, maybe like 20-ish% would have been nice, but I'm not going to complain with 16%. But pure defenses, health restore is always good. Key recover, I think this is still a really solid option considering he does want to be a bit tanky, a bit bulky, and not get immediately one shot because his defenses do lack. If you're running any sagas from the movies and otherworld characters at the same time, so say if you're running the duo, the new Blue Boys, and you're running the Super Vegito, if you're running those two characters at the exact same time, that's movies and that's Otherworld Warrior tag, you're going to be able to apply this equipment to yourself as well. So pure offenses, base defenses, and HP. I've seen some people talk about that, you know, in the comments. It doesn't work because it's not PyCon. Doesn't make any sense, bro. As long as you have a Sagas from the movies character and another World Warrior character on the battlefield at the same time, this equipment applies to the character that you're using it on. So base HP as well, any equip with base HP is going to hit really nicely. If you're running a pure Fusion Warrior setup, pure strike attack, dude, he has access to so many different items. You know what's funny? I haven't even gone over this one right here. Running a pure Saiyan setup, one of the best items you can be running. So ult, special move, HP, and then 15% to pure strike attack right there. But those are the initial thoughts for some of the equipments. This one's also going to be really solid. Pure offenses, base offenses, and HP if you're running GT or fusions or the mix of the two. But that's going to be it for this comp right here. I think it's just a niche setup with some of the new characters here. So a lot of the fusion units, if you're running these two characters together, the bench is going to be very similar. So this is our second team right here. I just decided to make a GT setup. I haven't tested this out, but I literally talked about this even before the release. I think this could be a really gross setup. Omega here with endurance. He also does cancel buffs, I believe, on ult blue cards. Super Baby 2 being a wall and able to counter other Gogeta 4s, other purples right now. I think the meta, you're going to be seeing a lot of Gogeta 4s. Going to be able to stop that, put him in his tracks. But lower stars, you know, this is a superstar dependent character. So me personally, I'm not going to be running Super Baby 2. But if you have him at a decent amount of stars, or if he does work out for you, I do have him Zenkai buffed on this setup. I have Gogeta 4 Zenkai buffed on this setup. And then, of course, Omega isn't. But you know, he got his new platinum equipment. I say he's pretty solid, and he needs to be on a pure GT setup for his full prowess to shine there. But Baby does also support the team with extra damage inflicted against Saiyans. I think Omega does. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to like browse through his kit or anything, but just overall, in general, this setup is still going to cook. Goji is getting a Zenkai. Baby's getting a Zenkai equipment wise. We are running the GT pure double pure here, so you need to have 3 GT battle members for this. Pure defenses, HP, dude, he has access to so many items, and this is pretty much the same thing here, but we're getting more offenses, HP, and then this one is I'm probably going to be running this every single time here. It just has too many important stats for him. But yeah, HP with the EX Goku and whatnot, definitely let me know. I think I'm pretty confident on this setup. If you want to swap something, you could swap Omega for like Bomku, swap him from here, and you know, I still wouldn't probably change the Zenkai buffers here. You could throw like, you know, the Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku on bench if you want to Zenkai buff Bomku. A little bit skeptical for Bomku. I think he did gain just a ton of value with this Gogeta 4 drop, but at the same time, he was extremely disappointing before this release. So curious to see how well he's doing now. I'm sure he's going to be doing just fine, but something, you know, I'm not really going over the other equipments for the other characters here, but if I were to even do it for the last one, I don't think so. I mean, if you guys know how to build the other units, right? Health restore on Baby, a lot of health restore, HP on Baby, a lot of HP on Baby. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. This one's going to be a pure Fusion Warrior setup. Very similarly to the first comp, we have the exact same bench. So double Zenkai buff GB, Zenkai buff on Gogeta 4 here, of course, SV and Gotenks providing the HP, but CMZ is going to be the difference maker. There is, you know, it's just a pure strike heavy setup. And, you know, no Zenkai buffer for CMZ other than himself. I think that's going to be fine, to be completely honest. But equipment-wise, it's going to be very similar. Just here, we are adding this pure. So pure strike attack, defense, HP. You know, you can mix and match if you want to, but don't think there's any reason to, like, browse the equipments all over again. I think you could be running this pure strike Shinron one, which is giving him 18% pure with HP as well, because there's triple strike characters, is something you might want to consider here over this item. Personally, I'd probably do it. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'd probably do it. But yeah, that's just something you guys want to try. It's probably lacking, it's definitely lacking the rush protection, but in most scenarios, you could just sack off CMZ. I believe he gives death buffs. And yeah, I mean, you should be good. Gogeta 4 wants to be that last man standing menace anyways. But yeah, third team right there. Fourth team, we are running very similar comp. It's going to be a pure fusion warrior setup. This is the 6th anniversary fusions team basically, but the bench goes as follows. You know, the double HP plus Zenkai bench for all 3 characters, and then of course the tag Goku and Vegeta from the Buu Saga is getting their Zenkai buff from this Trunks. This would be a good time to actually think about running this equipment right here. So pure offenses, base defenses, and HP. Like I said, Sagas from the movies is the Blue Boys, and Otherworld Warrior is going to be the Vegeta from the tag Buu Bros, or, you know, Buu Saga fusion character. But yeah, you could, I mean, this one right here is going to work phenomenally as well. Pure strike attack for 3 Saiyan battle members, all special move. I'll probably swap a couple things around here, but this one, said there's a lot of options you want to consider, but I'd probably stick with, you know, triple HP. Not only are you getting HP from this, but if you have triple HP, this guy's going to be looking at like 3.5 mil or higher on HP. So really nice stuff right there. And these are the items that I'm running for the rest of the fusions. Just some more pure, maybe double pure, a lot of HP going on this setup. It's funny because you don't necessarily, like, say if you're not running an HP bench, you definitely want to, if you can, run HP on your items. But say if you have the double, you're running double HP on bench plus the triple HP on items, it's the best thing, bro. And not to mention, by the way, if you guys do have these guys 14 stars, they also offer HP on their 14 star Z abilities. So we take a look here. How much HP is it? 10% to max base HP. So you're getting 10% here, 10% here, 20 something percent here. 20%, so that is already 40%, and then this is another, oh my goodness, this team's gonna be bulky, 12%, so that's 32, 42, 52% plus all HP items. Oh my goodness. So yeah, 14 star these characters if you guys can with the Z power. That's currently what I'm working on. I need like 100 more LFZ power to make that happen. So yeah, but you know, the utility, this guy Gogeta right now is probably going to be the best, you know, the highest stonk value in the game, with Gogeta 4 being #1. Not only one of the best partners for Gogeta 4, but one of the best counters with the assault chain, it being able to kind of go through that gauge with no problem. And of course, the rush merchant's kind of insane. If I had to sack one off, it's just going to be depend on what the team combination I'm facing is. And then, of course, we're going to want Gogeta 4 for that last man standing. Infinite type neutral, all the buffs that he does receive, etc. Moving on to the 5th team here, we do have a hybrid Saiyan Sun family comp with Gogeta 4 on lead, which is funny because this is more of like a blast setup. I tried to swap some of the bench for the strike here. So we do have, you know, one Zenkai buff for Gogeta 4. I did make it to the point where he's actually able to receive a Zenkai buff on this setup. This guy is buffing Sun family strike and defense, but these Zenkai buff is for GT purple. So a lot of strike there, and then we got more strike Z ability from the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But he, of course, is going to be Zenkai buffing the Ultimate Gohan, and of course, Ultra Gohan does have his Zenkai buffer as well. So this is more of, you know, it's definitely a balanced setup. These guys are double defense Z abilities, blast, strike, strike, strike. So I try to make it as strike as possible, but it's pretty much for all the utility that the double Gohans do offer. I still think they're a disgusting, powerful duo. Tons of utility, tons of just auto mechanic plays, the cancel buffs, the removal of vanish, the Ultra Gohan AoE green. I don't need to talk about his kit. You guys know what the rat does, but the rat part 2 with the rat part 1, I think this setup, you know, despite it being, you know, just give it a try yourselves. The equipment combo that I kind of hooked up here is going to be the strike pure, defense HP. This one, I'm pretty much running on all the setups for the most part, unless I'm like super juicing my G4. But this one right here is something you might want to think about, even though it's a blast attack. I decided to give him some blast considering these two characters are also blast. I mean, I don't know, maybe it'll cook, but the pure damage against hybrid Saiyans, you're still going to be running into the Gohans no matter what. So extra damage inflicted against hybrids, you have a great chance to one-shot said characters, and it gives a lot of HP as well. But, you know, other options, you know, I've already shown you guys, just add a lot of strike attack. I would still build them primarily strike. I would still build these guys primarily blast, even though if you have like some of the rounded out equipments to go alongside. But I think this is going to be the last regular or standard mode team, which is going to be a Fusion Warrior setup. Saiyans here. I'm actually double Zenkai buffing G4. This is something you can do with any other Saiyan characters on lead if you want to add more Zenkai buffers for the Gogeta 4 specifically. But Pikkon is supporting the team. I believe it's around like 15%, I think, support on main. Don't want to go through his kit, but he does support the team. Gogeta Blue for reasons, obvious reasons. The same bench with these guys offering HP, but it's just extra juice for G4 and the rush protection from the revival Pikkon. Greens are definitely suffering from this drop, but I think, you know, they're going to make do at some point. I'm thinking of like the blues right now. There's some blues, right? Super Vegito. Trying to think of another blue. Like I just woke up, but yeah, equipments on this comp. This one's triple Saiyan, so definitely want to make use of this item right here. Pure Fusion Warriors, this one can definitely work more pure, just depending on what you guys want to do, what you guys want to work with. If you want to run this one right here, it's definitely going to work as well. If you want to have 3 of these for your entire team, gonna work. HP, pure offenses, etc. Maybe you even want to run this equipment this time around because you're double Zenkai buffing, so the defenses are gonna, you know, definitely juice a little bit more with that pure defense. But yeah, this is all the standard mode teams. I would thought, why not make a proud team with you guys as well. The initial team I thought of would be like a Sun Family setup, so something like along the lines of this. You could throw, you know, whatever you guys want to do for proud. It's definitely tricky because you know, there's no juice really, say, you know, there's a lot more varieties in Proud, so it just requires a lot more testing. These are just a lot of initial teams without testing that I know can and will work at least well. For Proud, it just really does depend on, you know, the options that you have access to. If you do need the juice, if you don't need the juice, you have the stars, etc. But, and his Sun Family is going to have the most variety of characters, so all of these are going to be Sun Family Z ability tags, and then you're going to have this guy on leader slot. There's a lot of fusions. If you want to make a pure fusions team, I'm going to be completely honest, fusions is probably super runnable in Proud right now, if they weren't already. So if you want to have like Ultra VB on Proud, Ultra VB in the last one. Wait, who's this? I didn't even mean to add him. Who did I mean to add? CMZ's a fusion character as well. The problem with him is he doesn't buff fusions. So maybe you want to leader him. Probably leader him. Depends, because I think these two guys are ultra abilities are for fusions anyway, so that's pretty calm. I'm gonna just select this so I can, oops, leader him ASAP, and let's do that here. Double ultras, and then the last one could be like revival Pikkon. That's what it is right here. Something like this could be extremely powerful. Definitely let me know, but you know, equipment wise, you're gonna want to add more base. Still add the individual pure, like the equipments that look like this if you can, because it does usually offer base alongside it for a lot of the characters. So this one specifically is base defense though, so this guy just wants to be a defensive god. But so for the fusing Goku Vegeta and the fusing Goku Vegeta, these guys have the equipments that look like this. Where is it at? Right here. So this one, which is offering base and pure offense with the HP special move, you need this item on both of them. I'm gonna be honest. That's like a mandatory run, pretty much. It's just too good for those characters. Specifically, you could run the individual pure of the Otherworld movies, you know, depending on the combo that you bring into the battlefield. Just be careful, because some pures do have very specific prerequisites. So if you're running this platinum equipment, you gotta be running either the Blue Boys and Super Vegito at the same exact time as G4, or you gotta have just Pikkon straight up, because Pikkon does fit both requirements here with Sagas and Otherworld. So you gotta just make sure you're running the respective items here that would work well on Proud. But this is a team I'd probably run in Proud. Like I said, Sun Family is a good option too. Greens are a little bit tragic right now. You could run Majin Buu Saga. I know that's like a fantastic team in Pride mode. So if you're gonna do something like that, it's gonna be like Ultra Kid Buu, or not Kid Buu, Ultra LF Kid Buu. I think that's one of the best teams right now, especially in Pride mode. If I can find him, you know, just slap this guy on leader. So Ultra Gogeta seems like one of those characters. It doesn't even matter what comp you have him on, as long as you have him, you know, just built well individually, his utility is going to be insane. So a lot of strike going. It's more blast when you think about it on this setup, but you know, Super Vegito is pretty strike oriented. The only rush protection from these guys, so you might want to split up Kid Buu and Ultimate Gohan. Definitely want to think about that rush protection in these instances for Proud mode, just because it's a rush game. They want to double rush you. They want to get as much damage as possible. The games are shorter, etc. So having rush protection in this mode is huge. So even if you're running like Fusion Warriors and you're going to need that Revival Pycon, you're going to need, if you're running Pure Saiyans, maybe you want to have like a Nappa. I'm trying to think setup wise here. Maybe you could run them on Powerful Opponents. I think Powerful Opponents is a super solid Proud team build right now. So if you want to have this, maybe even Baby here. Some other Powerful Opponent options, like I would say this Broly, just greens are lacking heavy right now. Maybe even LF Broly, Janemba, something like this. There's a lack of rush protection big time here, other than Frieza. But you could do another Zenkai buffer for Frieza. If you have options that Zenkai buff and are also usable, those are probably the best picks, but I can't think of anyone like that right now. I think Rev Han stocks are completely down for like Sun Family teams, because Gogeta, you know, removes that HP restore that Rev Han would receive. Other Zenkai options, oh, the girlfriend's calling, but I'll call her back in a second here. But you guys kind of get the gist. Powerful Opponents, Sun Family, Fusion Warriors, maybe even movies, maybe even GT. I think GT on a Proud mode could look really good. Let me build a GT comp really quickly. GT. So if you wanted to have a GT comp, it looks something along the lines of this. Maybe even want to run Super 17. Like, I'm definitely slandering him quite a bit, but it's not too bad. I mean, the options here are kind of interesting, man. Not a lot of rush protection. It's really just this guy. And yeah. Omega, right? Omega's here. And then it's funny, bro. It's funny because I think GT is going to do a little bit better in standard mode rather than Proud. It's only one rush protection unit. You're definitely going to need the stars. Super 17 doesn't do that phenomenally anymore either, unless he's like juiced. So I don't know. It could definitely work though. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Proud is going to be something that we're going to need to test over time in these next couple of days, and I'll be absolutely testing that. But stay tuned. I do have a Chrono Crystal guide next. And yeah, God bless. Stay frosty, y'all. Love.